Thank you, Stephanie. Let's get you caught up on some breaking news we've been following this morning. IMPD homicide detectives are on the scene of a shooting on the east side of Indianapolis. Police say the victim is in critical condition. It happened just before 6 o'clock in the 2300 block of South Fenton Avenue. Unclear right now what may have led to the shooting, and police have not released any information about the suspect or the victim. Of course, we're going to keep following this throughout the morning and the day and bring you the very latest right here on Wish TV and on Daybreak. This morning, we're following a developing investigation into a deadly drive-by shooting. A woman was killed last night on the city's near northwest side. Julia Dang is live at police headquarters. Julia, can you tell us what you've learned so far?
Hey, Emily, nobody in custody yet, and the vehicle description that we have at this point isn't very detailed. We only know it was a truck with dark tinted windows that shots were fired out of. I want to go right to video from the initial investigation. Take a look. This was right after the shooting happened around 10:30. It happened outside of a home on West 32nd. It was in the 1200 block near Elmira and I-65. There was one victim, a woman who died before detectives got there. People in the area reported hearing gunfire and then screaming. Unclear if that may have been the victim or if there was somebody with her. Either way, friends and family quickly heard about what happened. You can see a crowd of loved ones in the video. They're in shock, clearly emotional, trying to figure out what happened alongside detectives. Let me just run through everything that we know right now. Authorities have not shared the victim's name yet. They don't know her age, there's no motive, and again, it happened around 10:30. The vehicle involved was a truck with dark tinted windows. Now, we've been looking through IMPD data for 2018, and here's the interesting thing about the shooting. The victim is female, and including her, only 14 out of more than 90 homicide victims this year have been female. Something we're going to continue following. You can find the very latest on .com. Back over to you.
Julia, thank you. Okay, a man is dead this morning after attempting to rob a northeast side gas station at gunpoint. The attempted robbery happened just before 6:30 last night at the Get Go gas station off Pendleton Pike Parkway near Shadeland Avenue. Police say an adult male walked inside, pulled out a gun, and tried to rob the convenience store. That's when investigators say two customers pulled out their own guns and shot the man. That man was taken to the hospital in critical condition, but did later die from his injuries. Police say the man didn't appear to have taken anything from the store.
He probably did save somebody's life, but for them to do that, that was cool. That was real nice. You know, because I used to think this was one of the safe service stations because they got security in there already.
I'm really sorry that someone lost their life, but I would think that the amount of force they used might have been necessary to protect someone's life. I mean, crime doesn't pay. Karma's real. You get what you get.
Right now, we don't know how many people were inside the store at the time, and police say they don't know which customer is responsible for the man's death. No word yet if the two customers who shot the man had gun permits. We're also learning more this morning about the man officials say stole an empty passenger plane and then crashed it. Officials say Richard Russell worked as a Horizon Air Ground Service agent for 3.5 years. Authorities say Russell stole the plane Friday night from Seattle-Tacoma International Airport. You can see in the video there, the plane then crashed into a wooded area about 30 miles south of the airport. The authorities now say that Russell was suicidal. Russell's family, who's nicknamed him Bebo, says they're in complete shock over the whole ordeal.
We are stunned and heartbroken. It may seem difficult for those watching at home to believe, but Bebo was a warm, compassionate man. It is impossible to encompass who he was in a press release. He was a faithful husband, a loving son, and a good friend. We are devastated by these events, and Jesus is truly the only one holding this family together right now.
It remains unclear how Russell knew how to turn the plane's engines on or if he had any flight experience at all. We also know more about the man suspected of shooting and killing 4 people in Canada, including 2 police officers. Authorities say Matthew Redmond is in custody, being treated for serious injuries he got during the shooting. He's charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder. Police say they're still trying to figure out if there's any connection between the suspect and the victims. People in Charlottesville, Virginia are remembering a woman who was killed 1 year ago today. Antifa supporters marched with signs and chalk to remember Heather Hare. She was protesting against the Unite the Right rally. Now, you may remember last year, a car plowed into pedestrians, hitting and killing her. The city of Charlottesville has taken extra precautions this time to keep the peace, including a perimeter in the downtown area and having security checkpoints. Happening today, the same white nationalist group that sparked those violent protests a year ago will celebrate the anniversary with a rally in Washington, D.C. Organizers of Unite the Right 2 call the event a white civil rights gathering. Counter-protesters are also planning to rally against the group. Authorities say multiple agencies have been involved to make sure both groups demonstrate without incident. This includes D.C. police instituting a temporary policy that makes it illegal to carry guns in and around the demonstration area.
The law allows for First Amendment assemblies of any kind. The law does not allow for injury to persons or destruction of property.
Both groups have permits to protest. Permit predicts that 400 people will be there with another 1,500 counter-protests possibly there. In more local news, an Indianapolis organization says it's time to end youth gun violence. We Live Indy hosted a peace walk and community day yesterday. People held signs and chanted, "We want peace in our streets" during the walk. Indy Mayor Joe Hogshead and IMPD Chief Brian Roach talked with people before the march started. The group started after a Warren Central student, Brandon Warren, lost a friend and a teammate to gun violence. This was the second year for that peace walk. It's now 9:07, just ahead. A deadly infection from getting licked by a dog. How a woman's family is reacting after the rare infection took her life.